And it should be a high-paced game tonight as both of these teams, Clark, thrive in the open floor. So with that being said, what makes these teams so good on the break?
Well, you're right, Kevin. They do thrive in the open court. Excellent transition teams because they push the ball and they really have a conscious effort to run the floor at every opportunity. That's what makes fast break teams hard to beat, is because they're running all the time. And that doesn't give your defense a lot of time to set up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, filling out the wings, it's Harden and Ariza. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingram. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot. And if you're a pro, you need to make that one. Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Randall. Lopez against Capella. Poked away. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Ball kicks to Randall. Lakers working the ball around now. Ball, the pass to Lopez. That shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. Ariza outside. Pass to Harden. The feed now to Capella. Back to Harden. Clock at 4. Over Caldwell Pope. It's not going to go for him.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Randall dishes to Caldwell Pope. Lopez left side. Shoots over Capella. And it's Lopez again missing. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
Now Caldwell Pope. James Harden missing on the 3. And the Lakers with another miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pumping.
Ingram kicks the ball. Back to Ingram to stop the drought. Los Angeles with another miss. Rockets leading by 6. Ariza passes it to Harden. Kicks it to Paul. Harden against Caldwell Pope. Harden dishes to Ariza. No good on the triple. Lakers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Start for them. Ball with the bucket.
And in transition, Ball is a problem. A quick decision maker who knows exactly where to go to get fast break opportunities.
Now here's Paul. Capella kicks to Ariza. Anderson the screen. Paul, no one around him. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Here's Ball. The teardrop falls in.
And Ball has so much confidence on this floater in addition to a nice touch with it, so that makes it really hard to deal with.
Harden the pass to Paul. Anderson the screen. Here's Harden on the wing. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
Well, Kevin, he stressed to his players that it's all about the extra pass tonight. He said we have a bunch of guys who can score. As long as we keep everyone involved, our best defense is a good offense. Well, let's see if they keep the rock moving tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Yeah, I echo that, Greg. I mean, if they come out here as the aggressors and really get after it, I think it'll make things that much easier on them defensively.
And the Rockets play at one of the highest paces in the NBA. A lot of possessions for both sides as they want as many chances as they can possibly get to score. Clark, when you think about that, how do you prepare for a team like the Rockets if you're their opponent?
Well, there are a couple of things you can do. One is you try to slow them down, and some teams are equipped to do that. Other teams are equally adept at the three, so you match them shot for shot. But the problem with that is Harden is really good in the half court. And even when you take away transition, he can hurt you in the half-court game.
Here's Clarkson after the Rockets pick up three. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Paul dishes to Tucker. Feeds to Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. And the rejection by Zubac. Dang up top. Defended by Gordon. Caldwell Pope outside. Shoots from 14. And Paul pulls it down.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
It's stolen by Nance. Clarkson. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rockets on top, leading by just one. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second.
One shot.
Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Nene is out there with Luke and Mbamute. And it's Tucker in at the three slot. And that one misses. And a lot of scorers in the NBA just demand so much attention when they have the ball. Which players you think, Clark, in your eyes, gets the most attention from a defense?
Well, I mean, how about the MVP of last season, Russell Westbrook? I mean, you can't take your eyes off of him when you're watching the game and certainly when you're playing against him. And you've got to know where Steph Curry is at all times, whether he has the ball or not. He's that dangerous. And James Harden is one of those guys who's a magnet for attention as well. And you always can throw LeBron James in any conversation about most watched players or most focused on players.
And here is Paul after the 3 moments ago from Luol Deng. Paul kicks to Nene. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
That's good from Nene.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
He's off on the second. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, as a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Paul kicks to Nene. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
Here's Zubac. That one off the back iron and out. Rockets trailed by 3. Tucker with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. Back to Tucker. Over in the corner, Mba'amute hits the three-point bomb. Mba'amute's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
No explanation for giving up these wide-open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
Here's Nance. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Ingram comes in for Luol Deng. And Ball subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for Mba'amute.
One shot.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's James Harden in for Paul. And the free throw, no good. And Larry Nance Jr., son of 3-time NBA All-Star Larry Nance, and both of them known for their big-time dunking ability.
Well, you know what I like to say, Kevin? You can't run away from the DNA. His father was the NBA's first dunk contest champion, and Junior has some highlight reel dunks of his own, especially that one everybody perhaps saw over Brook Lopez. What a punch.
You're right. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets are one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, D.A. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark, you've been a member of this booth and many others for quite some time. I've always wondered, how did you make the jump into broadcasting?
Well, you know what? I've always enjoyed the game, Kevin, been a student of the game, and have enjoyed reading and playing with words. So when my basketball playing career ended prematurely back in 1987, I got a chance to do Pacers radio, and from there fell in love with this new career and wanted to excel at it. And I've been at it now for over 30 years and hope to have a few more left in front of me.
Now, here's Ball. Lopez a screen. Right wing, here's Clarkson. That shot misses. And Houston the other way now. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Passes it to Ariza. Goes up the baseline. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
Free throw good from Harden.
And James Harden is clearly an MVP caliber talent. No doubt about that. A triple-double threat who really is a stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Randall no good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Ariza passes to Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
The free throw is good, now leading by one.
Really appreciate the all-around game of Gordon. He's an underrated defender, but a dynamic scorer.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Boy, it's so good to see Eric Gordon healthy because he's battled injuries quite a bit throughout his career. Last season played in the most games he's played in a long time and actually ended up being healthy and one of the most valuable players on a very good Rockets team.
Now, here's Ball. Lopez, a screen on Capella. Here's Ball. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Houston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Eric Gordon dealing with injuries. And unfortunately, that's been kind of the theme of his career. Last season, only the second time he's ever played more than 70 games in a regular season. The first time was his rookie year out of Indiana.
Yeah, you can't deny the fact, Kevin, that the current of being injured has run through Eric Gordon's career. But while he's not been that efficient as a driver when he's healthy, he has always been consistent from outside. And he reminded everybody last season just how dangerous he is as a shooter when he's healthy.
Ball dishes to Clarkson. Picked by Randall. Lopez kicks to Clarkson. Lopez sets a screen for Clarkson. Knocked loose. Stolen by Anderson. Gordon, the pass to Ariza. 52 seconds left to play here in the half. And the basket by Harden.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Lakers trailed by 5. Ball pitched to Clarkson. The dish to Randall. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. No coverage that time. Lopez has got his first 2 points of the night.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Gordon dishes to Harden. That 3 off the mark. LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Clarkson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here's Gordon. screen by Capella. Gordon kicks to Harden. And it's off from three-point range. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and 2 rebounds. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
The Lakers trail. And for the Lakers, a big boost to their franchise fortunes this summer. They not only stay in the top 3, but move up a spot, able to draft hometown kid Lonzo Ball.
And, you know, the Lakers drafting second in the lottery for the 3rd straight year, Kevin. You got to cash in on those picks eventually. And Ball, I think, has the chance to be really an outstanding player. Maybe the best of all their young players, although Brandon Ingram, I think, has a tremendous ceiling. The comparisons to Jason Kidd with Ball, I understand those and don't disagree with them. He can potentially be the kind of franchise point guard you build around.
The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half.
Well, you look at a player of Harden's ability, and a couple of things stand out for me. One is his competitive spirit. He's understated, but he's very competitive. He doesn't take nights off. He's a guy who really takes pride in showing up and playing every game.
One shot.
Throw good, James Harden. And to illustrate Harden's competitive nature, last season he famously said, "I just want to hoop. I'll rest when I'm done." And I thought that's exactly what you want to hear from your team leader.
Yeah, you love hearing that. Owning the responsibility of leading and showing up all the time. And Harden, heavily dependent upon by his team, gives you everything he has every night. Not super flashy, but very competitive and driven.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Brook Lopez. Anderson a screen on Randall. Here's Paul. It's tipped.
Paul's size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
And it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Paul with the ball. 5 points in the game. Dishes it to Anderson. 6 to shoot. That's good from Paul on the assist by Anderson. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Ryan Anderson was a free agent before coming to the Rockets. When he was meeting with teams, he saw all the open looks that Houston players were getting from outside, and he wanted to be a part of that. Worked out pretty well, I think, for him.
I don't think you can deny that at all. I mean, perfect hand in glove is what this fit was for Anderson, and he knew that. The way Houston plays, perfect for what Ryan Anderson brings to the table. He's great from the corner or wing, and is deadly as a shooter when he has space.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Lopez. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Dang in for Ingram. Now, here's Tucker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's deflected, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Stolen by Zubac. Now here's ball. Defended by Paul. Count it in the Houston lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Ball.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Nene. And it's blocked.
And love the defensive activity from KCP. Selling out there for the block.
For the lead. Rebounded by Tucker. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Paul outside, fades and shoots. Again, the miss by Paul.
He's still fighting it. And sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Dang passes to Caldwell Pope. There's the pick. Jumper off the screen. Yep, that one goes in there. Caldwell Pope's got his first points in this one. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those three guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
First free throw is good. And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of their franchise is, and they all say Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark, you played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he, and what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Boy, he was special. A first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets, and could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, a presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Hakeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Fires the three. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Another miss by Houston. Los Angeles is getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Harden against Clarkson. Nance outside. Nance a screen. Dang for 3. They grab their own miss. Clarkson dishes to Caldwell Pope. Lakers working the ball around now. Zubac. That's tipped. 1:10 left in the third. Here's Harden. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Man, I love how easily Harden fills it up. Scores in so many ways, making it look easy.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Randall's checked in for Nance. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Anderson's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. Now, here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caldwell Pope. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Now, here's Anderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Lakers trailed by 3. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now, here's Zubac, guarded by Nene. Here's the screen. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Here's Gordon. Harden right side. Takes the 3. And that's not going to go. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Rockets lead by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Sit down.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Rockets leading by 3. Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. And it's Capella in at the 5 roaming the paint. Now here's Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Ingram wide open. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Rockets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Gordon kicks to Ariza. Capella with a screen on Lopez. Kicks it out to Gordon. There's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Gordon's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Houston.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter, Kevin. I mean, he's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Now, here's Clarkson. Down low. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
The big fella, Lopez, able to weather the hit and make it happen.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Ball's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And a switch here also for Houston. Chris Paul's checked in for James Harden.
One shot behind the lanes.
Boy, I tell you, one of the most accomplished and effective post scorers in the league is Brook Lopez. I mean, this guy gets it done in there. He's got size, footwork, and the silky smooth touch to get it done in a big way on the low block.
Gordon with another miss. Lakers trailed by 3. Randall passes to Caldwell Pope. Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Lopez. In the corner, it's Ingram. Over Ariza. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. That's 7 points for Brandon Ingram. And with Brook Lopez's size and strength, Clark, he's got the physical build to back you down and finish over the top.
And not to mention, Kevin, you're right about all of that, but the shooting skill, excellent skill, footwork, hands, touch, a high percentage finisher, and an excellent free throw shooter.
Anderson can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ingram, chance there to take the lead, missing. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Ariza outside, back to Paul, takes the 3. The Rockets with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Lopez a screen. Here's the screen. Randall kicks to Caldwell Pope. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Screen by Capella. To end the drought, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now Caldwell Pope. Lopez a screen. And here is ball. Inside. Lopez, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Ball with it. High post Lopez. To Randall. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lopez a screen. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And you want Ingram to take over in these situations, and he does just that when his name is called.
They set the pick. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Gordon kicks to Paul. And another 3 for Houston.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive. You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Now, here is Harden. Capella with the bucket.
You got to respect and you can't sleep on the passing ability of Harden. Love how he zips it over to open teammates.
58 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Hit by Randall. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ingram.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Paul kicks to Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets. And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 6. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Randall dishes to Caldwell Pope. Good! What a beautiful shot to put him to within 3.
And Caldwell Pope not letting the pressure of the moment affect his focus.
To the paint. Here's Harden. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader, too.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
.16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Randall passes to Ingram, and it's ball in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. And now they foul and stop the clock. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capella has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. What's your team's mindset right now in terms of approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. Our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Great effort tonight, James. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.